Hello everyone, Reza here with another tutorial. Welcome to my channel. Since Character Creator 5 launched, a lot of you have asked about Character Creator to Unreal Engine workflow. The old version had problems with retargeting and bone setup, but Reallusion fixed it with new plugins and new workflows. They added more bones to the character and tweaked the respos, so now characters with motion and morph targets can be exported into Unreal Engine a lot smoother. There are plenty of documentations out there, of course, but let's break it down together and make it simple and crystal clear for everyone. Let's jump right in. Our journey starts from Character Creator, where you finalize your character, everything is ready to go, you've got clothing, you've got accessories, character proportion is all ready to go, and it's all finalized. So let's see how we can export it out into Unreal Engine without any glitches or without running into any issues. So once it's done, you click on the character to select the entire character, you go to File, Export, and you want to export this as FBX. And you want to make sure that you select cloth character. Obviously, you don't want to bring some props and cameras that you don't need, or you don't want to risk into selecting something that you don't perhaps want. So cloth character would be the safest bet, and you'll be greeted with the Export FBX window. In the preset, you may want to export it to Maya or Blender. In our case, we want to export to Unreal Engine 5. You may have noticed that you have UE4. Make sure to select UE5, and the reason you do that is because of the particular skeleton structure that we have set up in Unreal Engine 5. Makes the retargeting and transitions a lot better. The difference between these two would be the difference in the number of bones in the typical Unreal Engine skeleton. So make sure that UE5 is selected. Then we want to select mesh and motion, and in the custom, you want to go ahead and bring in some of the presets that you have available. Once you purchase the application, it comes with some presets in terms of movement, and you want to bring that in just to be able to test your skeletal mesh really quickly without looking for any mocap data or animation clips. They can be carried over into Unreal Engine for you to test on, so why not? I've brought a couple: idle, talk, and walk. And because I have those motions, I want to bring mesh and motion. We don't want to embed any textures because they will be carried over. You can set the texture size to 4K or 2K. Of course, if you're dealing with close-ups and cinematics, perhaps 4K would be good. For games or UFN, 2K will get the job done. You don't want to convert any images, or you don't want to have any multiple subdivision normals. Pretty much business as usual here. Let's go export. In here it says that as soon as you start changing or modifying the UVs, the mesh, or the T-pose data, you won't be able to bring it back into Character Creator 5, which is totally fine. I'm going to go into Content. And then in here, I've created Character Creator asset. I'm within my Unreal Engine project directory. So I'm going to go in and I'm going to type in Eddie. That's the name of this character right here. So I'm going to go save. And once that's saved, we are going to go ahead and start downloading all the necessary plugins to bring this guy into Unreal Engine without a hiccup. Once you export your FBX, first thing you need to do before opening Unreal Engine is to go and find CC Control Rig in Unreal Engine. It's in Reallusion Character Creator -CCUE Control Rig. I put the link in the description so it's much easier to access. And it gives you a free plugin to apply control rigs to your characters in Unreal Engine 5.6. So if you click on it, you will be directed into Fab, and from here you can add it to your library and then view it in your library. You can see I have it here, and then from there you can open your Epic Games launcher, and from there, if I type in CC, you can then install that to your existing project. Here I am inside Unreal Engine. If I go into Edit and Plugin, you can see under Installed, I have Reallusion, and this is the Character Creator UE Control Rig that we just brought in. So that is installed, but that is not enough. You need to have auto setup for Unreal Engine as well. So next step is to go into auto setup for Unreal Engine in Reallusion page, auto setup, Unreal Engine. Again, I put that link in the description, and you go free download. It gives you an exe file which you can execute and install that plugin on your computer. Now let's run the file and install the plugin together. I'm going to go next, accept all the terms and conditions, and next, and we let the plugin to be installed. Now this folder popped up. We want to pick the right version, 5.6. We have plugins and content. Let's bring our Unreal Engine folder. I'm just going to copy and paste the plugin in the root of my project directory and CC shader inside the content folder. So copy and paste. That's all you need to do. Download these two and then run Unreal Engine project, the U project. And let's see what changes we have now in our project. Reallusion, and now we have Character Creator and iClone Auto Setup. And that allows me to bring all the materials and the blueprint, shaders, the skeletal assignments, everything nicely organized in individual folders. That's why we ticked off embed textures when we wanted to export, because we do all of this using this plugin right here. So we need to enable both of them, and let's give it another restart. Now we're all set. Let's go ahead and bring in our character. So I have Character Creator, and in here I can create a folder specifically for that character. I'm going to call that Character Creator Eddie, and let's go in, import to current folder, and I'm just going to look for Eddie and bring it in. In the shader, we want to bring the highest quality shader, and let's go in. This is for cinematic. This is super high quality, and if you don't have the right machine, I have to warn you, it's going to crash. If you feel like this is crashing on you, switch to standard shader. That's no problem. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to go with the highest quality possible. Now, we technically should get the FBX importer window. There we have it. Skeletal mesh on, import mesh on. For animation, we want to animate using animated time. If you want to use those clips, that's going to be extremely useful. In the advanced tab, we don't want to use any T-pose. We already took care of it when we exported this, and we want to import morph targets if you have any. I have plenty of morph targets, not to mention that when you add Unreal Engine rig controls on top of your character, they're going to be super handy. Now, before I click on import all, you may have noticed that I have two buttons here as soon as I enabled those plugins. I will show you what they do, but first things first, let's bring the character in. It's going to take about a minute or two for it to bring everything, so I am going to actually speed up the video. All right, it's all done. Now if I go into my content drawer and in the Character Creator Eddie, you can see I have the skeletal mesh. I have the animation clips that I put together, pose asset, the T-pose that helps Unreal Engine to recognize this for retargeting. And I have physical assets, the actual skeleton, animation blueprint, IK rig, and IK retargeter. Everything is there. In the material edit, I've got all the materials, all the instances ready to go, and you can click on every single one of them. If you want to have further tweaks on the properties of the shader, you can do it here. So let's go in and bring in our skeletal mesh. I'm just going to backpedal here, bring our character in. I'm just going to frame it, have a look at it. Let's give ourselves a slightly better lighting scenario. This is way too harsh. Perhaps I can tone it down ever so slightly. That is better. If I go ahead and double click on the skeletal mesh, you can see I have the skeletal mesh in our typical pose, the rest pose, the default pose. If I go into animation, that is walking. It works beautifully. No issues there. And that's something that I can actually bring into the scene and benefit from it. So that's that easy. I mean, if I go in here and you may say, Reza, can we bring in all the control curves for some manual tweaks? You sure can. Let's go into content and create a level sequencer. I'm going to call that edit. Let's bring that in and drop in our edit in here. You can see by default, if I go into control rig, we really don't have much, and that's where these buttons will come in. So I can select that character and click, and it's going to skin and create all the controls that you see in a normal meta-human character. I'm getting the prompt, CC rig is complete, and now if I go back and zoom back ever so slightly, go to edit, control rig, I have the body rig and the facial rig. I can select the facial rig, bring it to the position ever so slightly, and you can see I have all the right controls at my disposal. It's just absolutely wonderful to see all of these controls with no issues. I've got the snapping on. I don't want that. So you can see now I can sort of have controls over each one of these guys, and I can start animating and applying keyframes. Let's say here, and I'm gonna look down and keyframe here, and I have the animation ready to go along with all the other things. I can have that smile gesture and start posing the character the way that I want it. Apart from that, if I look into my skeleton, I have access to all the morph targets, and these morph targets are priceless. Some of them have got expressions like, for example, sad or happy or angry. You can see I can play around with them, and you can see the expression on the character straight away. They can also be extremely useful. All right, that should do it. That's the end of the tutorial. I hope you found this useful. Since many of you have asked, I thought I put together a short tutorial and just clarify the steps in case anything is unclear. You can now catch up and bring your characters from Character Creator 5 straight into Unreal Engine. Hope you have a great rest of your day, guys. Until the next one, see you guys later.